What's up, tubers? Tio here, Simplistic Fishing, coming back at you tonight to continue our lake breakdown series of Grand Lake of the Cherokees up in Oklahoma. This will be our fourth Google Earth video of this lake. I believe we've got one more Google Earth, and then we'll switch over to the offshore stuff. Let's go check out and see what we found. Bye. Here we are back on Google Earth, and we'll start off, I guess, on the left-hand side, just show you how I have this broken down in case you haven't looked at the first three videos that we've already done on the Google Earth breakdown for Grand Lake. We're now on our fourth video, I believe. And last time when we ended right up here by the bridge. So basically what we've done is we've came from down here by the dam, and we've ran all the way up this east coast, and all the way up to the very top, and then we started to work our way down on the last video, and we ended right here at the bridge. So tonight we'll start at that bridge and we'll keep working our way down the west side. So the way that we have this thing broken down over here on the left side is we've got break walls. So we've got all of the break walls marked for you guys. You guys know those are good areas to fish around, spinner baits, things like that. We've also got channels, so anywhere we could find creek channels and ditches, we tried to mark them for you guys. Also the main river channel up here. And then we've got cover. That's going to be brush, laydowns, debris, pretty much any type of stuff that we found. Sometimes you'll even see where I'll put check on there. And that just means I can't tell what it is, but there's something there that you need to go check out because it's different than the rest of the stuff there that is there. We also have a lot of offshore spots that are out here too. Now this you see here is the offshore spots that we were able to pick just by visually looking at it. But the rest of it we actually get from using Navionics mobile app. And so we'll go out and we'll use the Navionics mobile app in a later video, and we'll show you the contours, and we'll explain why some of these spots we consider to be offshore hotspots. All right, and then on top of that, we've also got all of the ramps marked as we went through Google Earth. So if you've watched any of my videos before, I'm sure it works in Oklahoma as well as it does in Texas, but that boat ramp pattern can actually be a really good pattern to run. That combined with something else can even be better. So make sure to check it out and test it out. You got plenty of boat ramps on this lake. And then last but not least, yes, there's a ton of rock on this lake, but what we try to do here is point out really key areas of rock that's different than everything else that's around it. So if it's just a complete bluff wall that goes all the way down, we're probably not going to mark much there because everybody knows that that's all just a big bluff wall. But the other stuff we're going to mark, so you'll see as we go through it. So let's go ahead and just select everything here. And I'm actually going to take off the offshore stuff. I'm going to go up here to the view. I'm going to take the sidebar off. And like I mentioned just a minute ago on the offshore stuff, keep watching this video series because once we get through with the Google Earth stuff, we're going to switch over and do a few videos on the offshore stuff. And we're actually going to look at it from a contour perspective, not from this Google Earth perspective. So we can actually see, see the contours and really be able to talk about offshore hotspots. So let's go ahead and zoom in here. And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and draw this back. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to draw it back to probably 2015 or 2011, depends on what year it is, on what kind of image we can get. So let's just zoom in here real quick. And let's just see. We can see this is a pretty good little rocky area right here. In 2015, it wasn't very exposed. 2013, it is not exposed at all. And 2011 is extremely exposed. So we're going to go with 2011. So I think this was when the water was the lowest. So we started right here on this bridge over Highway 59. Obviously, we've got some pretty good rock that's right here. This doesn't mean it's a fire spot that I've marked or anything like that. It just means that's where I ended the video last time. So it's just a little marker for me. When you guys get it, it won't look like that at all. It'll just be just like the anchor that's right here. So we move up. I do like this, guys. I like these couple little points in here. This right in here looks very good. Nice hard bottom with a bunch of sandy stuff around it. You've got this little rocky point that's out here too. That could be good. This whole thing just looks like it's hard, like a really hard bottom right in here. So I would definitely check all of this out right in here. And then come over here because off of this point, notice it's a lot different than this. When you get over here, you start seeing that rock again. So really just that little point that comes off, and then maybe that area right in there where that rock is. All right, let's pull back a little bit, show you guys. We're coming down the west side, south of Highway 59. We're going to keep looking and see what we find. We got a nice ramp there. we got some random areas of rock here. You can see basically from right here to right here, or really I guess you could concentrate just in that area and just in this area if you were really finding them relating to hard stuff. You got another pretty hard area right in here, but right in here you got some pretty good chunk rock. Looks like there might be some more right down in here underneath the water that we can kind of see there. That just looks like a really good little secondary point there. Moving back here, you kind of have the same thing. Just these rocky points, and just pointing them out to you. Some more rocky areas in here. Again, like that little point that comes out there. Anytime you find these little points, they're usually pretty good. That one's got a boat ramp beside it too, so that could be good. Except for ramps. Yeah, that's correct. We also got some more rock up in here. And in fact, I guess if you want to be really technical, there's a little bit right in here too. But I'm really just trying to stick around, I guess, more of the high percentage stuff. But this, heck, you never know. This could be a good little spot in here. So if you're out there scanning around these areas, don't forget to check that little spot right in there. It might surprise you. Maybe it's less pressured and they're all attracted to that area. You just never know. Here's some more rock that's right in here too. Got some interesting little stuff going here. I can't tell what it is, but didn't really find much there. There are some laydowns in here. Now you don't see them here in 2011, but if I move that up to that 2015 image, you'll see them there. So I went ahead and left that there. We've also got some rock out here as well, and a really good, again, a really good little hard point. And a transition area right in here, but just a really good hard point right in here. You've also got this rock that's out here too, so you've got this as well. So very, very interesting. Then moving on up here, just some more rock. Again, nice little point here. Would definitely fish around that. That would interest me big time. And then as we just move up here, I didn't see too much back around these docks. You may want to check out this. This could be like some timber that's left in there, or maybe some people's brush piles that they put in there. They may not be there anymore. This is back in 2011, but something to check out. And then moving over here, just if you look really closely, and we talked a lot about this in the last video, but just a lot of that red dirt, right, the Oklahoma dirt, and then all of a sudden you'll find these little rocky spots. And these are going to be high percentage areas, especially back in here where there's not much going on. Having that hard spot right there is going to attract the fish for sure. And then also, didn't notice it when I was doing the breakdowns before, but you might have a couple brush piles back here too. There's one right there and one right there. All right, so let's keep moving on up, see what else we can find. We're gonna come out of that little pocket, come out here more towards Main Lake. Another ramp that's out here. We've got a lay down, a couple more lay downs that are over here. Let's see if we can see them this time. This time in 2011, you can't see them, they're not there. Let's move that up to, big time, 2013. Something major must have happened there to get all of those lay downs there. But there is a lot of timber there now, and there wasn't anything there before. And now, of course, you can see in 2015, they've got cinder blocks or something holding these things down. So it's like they cleared all that out, but they left some of the big stuff. And there's one right there and one right here. Pretty cool stuff to see it kind of transition that way. 2011, it's bare. 2013, it's got all kinds of junk. And then 2015, they clear it out and only get to keep the good stuff. Pretty cool. No telling, they might be using these piles for more piles that are out in here somewhere that we can't see. So I would spend some time coming back in here and just, fishing around this whole area. You got some pretty good little rocky points here too. And odds are, if you're seeing these laydowns out here, that there's probably some more further out here that we don't see. So let's back out and talk about the edge of that point real quick before we get too far. Now we're in 2015, so let's draw that back to 2011 again so we can get a little bit better image. But now when I pull it out here, of course, big laydown right there, but didn't see it in 2015, but got some pretty good little rocky area right here. And that's interesting because it gets rocky right here, but right behind it, it's not, right? So that could be a really good spot. You've also got a ramp that's there. Then as you move up here, just a nice little cove back there. Didn't see too much out here until you get out here into the middle. Now this must be really shallow here. There's a ramp over here that we missed and another ramp here. But I'm thinking this must be shallow. And of course, we'll look at it on the contour map and we'll be able to see. But there is some stuff out here for sure. If we zoom out here, these little humps that are out here, and there may even be another one right here as well, but they've got rock on top of them. And this one's actually got a tree on it. Over here, you can see the rock underneath the water. You can see it pretty easily. You've also got some more rock that's right in here too that's actually exposed when the water was way down. And then some more right here as well. So get over here. I mean, this is going to be a good like summertime, even the wintertime. You can even maybe find some fish hanging out here around these humps, these rocky areas, especially with the timber out there too. Could be a pretty successful spot. And then moving on down, we'll just cover both of these. There's another one of these little rocky humps that's out here too. It's called Bad Island, probably because a lot of people wreck into it. But if we zoom in here, I mean, there's some junk in here, right? I don't know what this stuff is. There's definitely some junk, but you got some pretty good rock going on around that island. You just got to be careful when you come up there. And then you got more rock on these two sides of this island, Weeds Island. There's nothing on the back side, but there is a little rock pile right in here. If I zoom in, you'll see it there. And then there's some more rock that's over in this area as well. So some pretty interesting stuff there. Let's pull back to here. Let's go back over, see what else we can find down this west side. A couple more ramps. You got an interesting little ditch that's right in here too with some debris, some more rock right in this area as well. You can see these, I thought they were ditches at first, but they're just like little cutouts for the docks, which makes me think that this must be a pretty shallow right in here if they're having to cut those out to get those docks in there. But didn't see too much coming down this bank line until we got down about right in here. And then this is where you can see there's a little bit of a rock pile right here. If I zoom in, you'll see it's even bigger. And then of course I'll show it to you on 2015 too. And there's some debris in here too. So I'll pull this back up to 2015. And now you can see what I'm talking about. You can really see that hard spot there. And you can see that debris there. I don't know what that is, but something you could fish around for sure. But look at all this debris that has came up here. They must have had like a big flood or something that just pushed all kinds of debris up into that area. All right, let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's go back to that debris area where we were just at. And let's look at it now in 2023. 2023 is almost as bad as 2011. It must be very, very low right now. So we'll go back. I was hoping maybe we could see more there, but it wasn't too good. But we'll go back to 2011, or we'll stay at 2015, which kind of gives us a pretty good image here. But here you can see we've got a little bit of a rock going through here, so maybe some riprap to fish. You've got your break walls. You've got a bunch of laydowns right here in the corner. Some more rock that's kind of tucked in back there. I don't know if you can get back in behind that marina or not, but there's a pretty good little rock in there. And then moving down, just another ramp. Some more rock in here as well. If I zoom in, you're gonna notice it gets pretty rocky when you get further out. So right in here, and then it kind of goes away. Then it comes back again right on this side. So basically from this point to here, and then hop over to this point and kind of fish this area right in here. Be pretty cool to have a house right in there for sure. So let's keep moving down. We got more break walls, another marina that's in here. Some pretty good rock that's out here off the tip of this point, right in here. And then there's some rock over here too off this tip as well. And then we're gonna keep moving down, see what else. We got some rocks out here. This is interesting. I don't remember this one, but red clay, right? Red dirt, all that. And then a good hard spot just right there. That's probably pretty good. I bet the person in that house knows that there's a hard spot there. How much you want to bet? All right, we're gonna keep moving down. Ramps, more rock. We got more rock right in here as well. This could be a little creek or something. Couldn't see a channel there, but you can tell it's almost like a little bluff wall or something back in there. I've got some more rock in here as well off the point. Some pretty good riprap around this dock, behind this dock, and a ramp right there beside it as well. Cool to have that house and have that big old ramp and everything just right there by your house. Coming on down here, got some more rock off the tip there. This rock here, it's got a little, I don't know, we'll say a creek or a ditch or something coming in here, but this point, it screams fish me. Maybe not right now in the middle of winter, but yeah, springtime, yeah. Summertime, I might even fish in the summertime, even though it's pretty far back here in this pocket. So let's keep moving up. We got some more rock over here too. It's a nice little point that comes out. You know, there's not a lot around it, but a pretty good rock just right there in that area for some reason. Then not much going on there. Another ramp. I'll pull back, show you guys where I'm at. If you're wondering, I'm right here. We're gonna try to make it down to that red dot right there, and that's where we're gonna end for today. But we'll see if we've got enough time. I think we do. So keep moving. Another ramp, another ramp, another ramp here as well. Out here, pretty good rock little ledge right here. I don't know if this is, I'd imagine this must be the river channel coming in and touching here or something, because this looks like a pretty decent little bluff wall in here. But that's going to be fun to fish around that, around those docks and the backside of those docks especially. Really good rock around there, really good rock all through here, and also right in here too. Just looks pretty good. Now I would have marked all that rock right in here, but I figured once you saw the rock here and here, you're going to realize it's pretty much everywhere around you. And then of course you've got your bluff walls that are right here, coming all the way down there, and it must pull off somewhere right around in this area. And remember, I'm always talking about it. We may even point it out when we talk about the offshore stuff, but where if you can find that area where it first comes in and where it goes out, find out right where it goes out, and that's going to be a pretty high percentage area for you to be able to fish around. Got some more break walls there. If we look here, we got some pretty good rock all around this point. Some laydowns. You've got a little tire wall you could fish. Break walls here. You've got laydowns that are out here off this point. So imagine when the water comes up, those laydowns are definitely into play. Some really good rock just all around this point. Some more over here as well. To the left, you got a ramp back there and then a little rocky area right in that spot. Then we're going to get out here more on that kind of deeper bluffy walls, it looks like, appears to be. Didn't really see too much there until we get in here. We've got some pretty good chunk rock going on here. Another little lay down there, possibly. Some really good big bouldery rocks right here. I mean, this little pocket of docks could probably be pretty productive. I just like the way that they set up. The only issue is the north wind is going to just blow straight into these right in here, and that's going to make it pretty tough. But something to look at for sure. I would check all these things. He's got rock here behind this little point too. You got a little bit of tires out here on the back side of this marina, and then of course you got all the break walls around that marina too. You've got a lot of bait coming through here, I bet. You know, just with the river bringing it this way, you just got a ton of stuff that's just coming down this side. And so anything in here that you can find, you know, where it's gonna, that current, the fish can set up on it, to where they can ambush bait, those are gonna be good spots. And you know, that's why I really like these spots here, because that current is just bringing it straight into those spots. So you've got laydowns here, you got more rocks in here as well. Little rocky little point there. You got a golf course too if you want to go out and play some golf. As you move down here and you get through all of these docks, as you come down through them, there's a little section down in here, right in here. So it's probably going to be your last 3 docks. You could honestly say you could pull one up there, but let's just say the last 3. The last 3 docks have heavy brush all behind them. So you'll want to fish those 3 docks right in there, and I'm sure those homeowners love me for saying that. Some more rock in here. You're probably going to find a little ditch in here too from that pond, that overflow ditch, and they like to settle in stuff like that. So definitely come and check that out. You can fish the riprap there, but see if you can find that little ditch that's right in here. Some more debris off of that point. Moving down here, this is a bigger marina as well. As we get out here, just another break wall and then some pretty good rock that's around these 2 points. Then out here, just riprap, more ramps. There's lots of ramps or slabs, whatever you want to call them. We get up here into these golf course ponds. There's just these little ditches that are going to bring it out. Like on this one, it's almost completely dry, and you can tell though that there's a ditch right in here, and they like to collect in that stuff like I mentioned earlier. So come back here and check out those little ditches and just see if anything's collected in that area. You got some more riprap or some rock here. If the water comes up, that could come into play. And then love this point. Look how rocky this point is, and look at the major transition that you have going on here. I mean, it's basically rock to nothing. Very, very interesting. Good rock out here off these points. Some more back in there, some more break walls, another ramp. Again, come back here and find these ditches. You can get on a little pattern where you're finding them just hanging out in those ditches. You also got all of this rock that's out here too. Another good hard spot when there's not a lot of hard stuff around it. Some good break walls. This in here just could be good. That's a pretty isolated dock too. It's out on the point all by itself. So that could be a good one to take a look at. Coming in through here, just more rock off this point. Another ramp, some more riprap back in here. Another ramp too, and then some more rock back behind there if you could get back behind there. We move up here, we're in what's Isles End Cove. So we get up there, I don't see too much there. This must be an airport here too. This place has it all. Moving up here, some more rock right behind the airport. So you could literally like be here and watch the planes take off. That'd be cool. Some more rock over here as well. And I guess I missed that with a little break wall, but look at this point. This point looked like it might have some juice to it. It's kind of hidden there. You know, a lot of people might look past that one because they were looking out here for the point, not looking right there for that point right there. And then you've got a ton of riprap that's just going on from basically right here all the way to right here. And I'll zoom in and I'll show you that. And hopefully you know where we are because we're just west of the airport here in the very first cove. And when you come in there, the first point that you see when you come off there has got a really good hard spot. You can see it right in here. So setting up here and fishing the edges of that point, that could be productive. You got a break wall here. I guess there's a little bit more rock back there. I'm trying to save us some time here, so I'll speed up a little bit. Try to stay more to this main lake stuff. We got some pretty good rock that's out here too. All these points look good. Both these points. And then if you're fishing this point, you know, you see the bluff wall here, but when you come over here and get to the side, there's a nice little cut in this right here. I would take a look right in here for sure. All right, so let's back up. Let's move over. Let's keep going. So now we're gonna come in here. Looks like we got a couple marinas or just giant docks, not sure what they are, but really good rock all around this area. This point looks good, so does this point. Then when you look back in there, I don't think I marked anything too far back in there. Got a ramp that's here. Then now we're back out on the main lake, right? And the one thing you want to look at, of course, if you're far been a fisherman, you already know, but if you're new to fishing, definitely keep an eye on that river channel. You can tell when we get close to the river channel because everything changes, and then when we get far away from it, it kind of turns to dirt, and then when we get closer to it again, it turns rocky, and you need to pay attention to that because a lot of your success is going to come more on that rocky stuff. I'm not saying you're not going to get it on the dirt every once in a while or on the other stuff, because there's definitely times you can catch them on flats and there's nothing there. It's not even hard. But for the most part, if you're starting fishing, pay attention more to that rocky stuff and you're going to have a lot more success. And that rocky stuff, if you pay attention to it, you'll find that there's usually a creek channel somewhere nearby that's creating all of that rock for you. So this must be a river channel swing that's swinging up this way, and it's causing these little bluffy walls and all of this rock off the edge of these points. So we got break here. We've also got really good rocky areas right in here. And I'm imagining this is probably gonna be some pretty deep water, but I love this spot right here, all these little points. You could spend hours there just fishing around there. Some break walls up here too. Some more rock that was up here off of this little point up here. Then if I come back down here before I go too far, we get around this island, Blue Star Island, isolated dock number 1. But it looks like most of the really good rock to fish around is going to be on this back side, right in here. And then you've got another pile that's back in here too that looks like it gets a little bit rocky right in that area. The rest of it I can't really tell, but definitely in there. So let's go up and let's move our way up in here into this little bay up here and see what we can find on this side. Some more rocky stuff on this side. Not a lot going on around that Snake Island, but right here you kind of get into the rocky stuff. I'll zoom in to show you. So I'd spend time on that side of the island. I'm not sure about the rest of the island. Got some rock out here off of this little island as well. If I zoom in here, you'll see it. Just one little spot right in there. The rest of it's not so great. Maybe something going on back over here, but can't really tell. Moving on up, we got some brush that's up here too that kind of exposed itself. If I zoom in, you'll see it. We've also got some rock that's over here off of this point. I feel like they're just really good high percentage areas because there's nothing else around them. So when there's nothing else around them and then all of a sudden you find a hard spot, that's definitely a good time, good place to go find some fish. We've got some more ramps up here as well. Moving up here, we're gonna get in a ramp city here. All these ramps up here. You'll see a little bit of rock over here off of this point. There's not a ton of it in this area. You got a little bit here, but really good rocky spot there. Moving up, more ramps, another break wall up here. You got some creek channels up here as well, some more ramps. I just didn't really find too much up here. As far as from Google Earth, it looks like Horse Creek Cove, but I could see this being a productive area in the spring. Moving up, got some more laydowns over here you could check out. Check this. I didn't know what this was, some kind of debris or something, so just wanted you to check it out. Moving down, we got some more hard spots right in here. We've also got a laydown that's right here too, so you can check out that little laydown. The dock's pretty far out there. Maybe check out that dock, it's all by itself. And then over here we got some shallower docks clearly because of how long those walkways are, but a lot of ramps, a little bit of shallow rock in there. Nothing too crazy right in there. And then of course this huge break wall, you could fish around it. It's probably just got fish hanging around it all the time. Almost acting as if it was a bridge out there. Some laydowns, some more rock off this point. And then we're kind of getting into the dirt, right? Not seeing too much over here. Got a ramp. I don't think I'm gonna go all the way back in here just to fish this ramp. Now some of these points might have some junk off of them, but I can't tell what that is. That could even be birds. There's some laydowns back in here though, so this looks like some crappie fishermen or somebody has stacked this thing with some pretty good stuff. In fact, it looks like right here, this looks like a big tire field as well. Possibly. Something's going on right in here. So check this spot in here. Looks like maybe an old foundation or something. Then you've got all these laydowns too that you can check out as well. So I'm going to move this up, come a little bit further down, some more rock in here. Just some little rocky areas. You can see this is a little more bluffy type walls. So kind of go to where it gets ready to end and then fish around that area, like right there where that rock is. Rock here, rock everywhere. Got ramps too as well. The rock around the bridge too, that can be really good. Some more ramps here. There's some tires back in here. You can see all these tires in here. Now I don't know what this is going to look like now in 2023. I guess we could zoom it up and see. So a lot of those tires are submerged now and probably sunk, and they're probably all over this area. So definitely come back in here and look at this little pocket right in here. I'll show you guys where that's at. I just came across the highway there. So right south of East Highway 85A. It's going to be right here. All right, so I'm going to go back 2015. We're going to keep rolling. Some more ramps. Another little isolated rock pile right in here. If it finally catches up to me, you'll see it. And then here's some those little interesting ditches I told you about. Sometimes they get attracted to that. Now, I don't know if there's going to be much over here because there's nothing for them to hang tight to. But if you did find something, they're going to be in that kind of stuff. Some more ramps that are over here too. Moving down, you can see it's just like a bank line. There is a roadbed out here. You can see it right here, so you can fish around that roadbed. Moving back in here too, we've got just different areas of hard spots. You got that rocky spot there. You got a couple rocky spots here off these points. Those are definitely going to be good areas to go look at. Some more rock in here too, off the back side of this. Then you've got debris out off these points. This looks like a busted up dock and stuff, so there could definitely be some debris in the water too that you could fish around there. Some more debris out here that you can see. It's all out in the water. A ramp that's there too. But man, this is shallow stuff getting back in here for sure. Then we've got another ramp that's there. Then we finally hop out, and now we're getting closer back out to the main river. You can start seeing it's going to get a little bit deeper. The docks aren't going to be nearly as longer, but here we go. We got some more rock in here, a couple more ramps. And then I think it takes us to ramp here, then some more, kind of a bluffy wall out here. I like this dock, and I like this area right here where it says rock, right where these two bigger docks are in this location. This looks really, really good right there. And then of course, we got two more things before we end this one. This is the ramp here, and then we've got some more rocks back behind, or I guess just south of that ramp. You've got a little hard spot right in there for some reason that just kind of sticks out to me because there's nothing else like it in the area. So we're going to stop right here where it says rock. And that's going to end our fourth Google Earth video for Lake of the, I almost said Lake of the Pines, Lake of the Cherokees. So we might come back, or not Lake of the Cherokees. See, I told you I was going to screw it up. For Grand Lake of the Cherokees. But when I come back, we're going to go ahead and finish this thing up with our fifth Google Earth video. So we'll go down here, we'll finish up, we'll end at the dam, and then we'll start the next part of the series with that Navionics mobile app and looking at the contour stuff. Should be good. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to come back for the next one. Should be a good one. Till next time, hope you catch your PB. Take it easy.